Not very good.
Vaishnavi?
Okay.
Vaishnavi?
Yes, sir.
Madam, join.
அதெல்லாம் பிரச்சனை இல்ல பாத்து.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Shall we start, sir?
Madam, join பண்ணட்டும்.
Okay.
Divya ma'am, ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
மேம் ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டாங்க.
மேம் co-host பண்ண சொல்லி இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிருக்கேன் சார். Start, sir.
One second. Madam, shall we start, madam?
Start பண்ணுங்க.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Start பண்ணுங்கம்மா.
Teaching is more than imparting knowledge. It is inspiring change. Learning is more than observing facts. It is acquiring understanding, said William Author. Yes, learning never exhausts the mind. A very good morning to one and all. A warm welcome to the galaxy of intellectuals. A warm welcome to the dignitaries. A warm welcome to the invited alumni, the faculty members, and the students. Today is not just another day. It is a new opportunity and another chance for all of us to attend another event. I feel extremely delighted as we are in the 11th day of MGR Alumni Conclave 2021 series. 25 departments, 25 days, 25 alumni conclaves, and 25,000 participants approved and monitored by World Book of Records on topic technological advancement in physiotherapy. To welcome is to show honor, to welcome is to establish integrity. May I now request Dr. G. Yuvarani, Associate Professor, to deliver the welcome speech.
Thank you, Dr. Vaishnavi. Am I audible? A very good morning. A very good morning to one and all present here. As a proud alumni of this esteemed institution, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome our Honorable Founder Chancellor, Dr. A.C. Shanmugam sir, a man of visionary who believes education is the only key for the better future of the individual and the community as a whole. I am extremely honored to welcome our Honorable President, Engineer A.C.S. Arun Kumar sir, for his untiring efforts and support rendered to us in all our initiatives. I am delighted to welcome our Honorable Secretary, Sri A. Ravikumar sir, for his constant support and motivation. I take this proud moment to welcome our respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi Madam, former Vice Chancellor, the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. I extend a warm welcome to Dr. L. Ramesh sir, Joint Registrar, Events and Publication, Mrs. T. Kiruba Devi, Deputy Dean, Alumni Association. I wholeheartedly welcome our proud alumni, Dr. Anand Subbarayalu, Clinical Manager, Insight Solutions Private Limited, Dr. S. Janani, Proprietor, Janani's Health Zone, Dr. C.J. Jason, Senior Physiotherapist, NGM Hospital, Dr. N. Nabina, Associate Exercise Expert, Freedom from Diabetes, Pune. I extend a cordial welcome to our beloved Principal, Professor Dr. C.V. Sendilnathan sir, Dr. S. Veena alias Kritika, Joint Registrar, Vice Principal, Dr. V. Rajalakshmi, Vice Principal, all the faculty members, students, and alumni of Mugamiki College of Physiotherapy and Faculty of Physiotherapy. Welcome you all. Thank you.
I now request our Principal, Dr. C.V. Sendilnathan sir, to address the forum.
Thank you, Dr. Vaishnavi. A very good morning to all present here. A good morning to our Vice Chancellor Madam and all the proud alumni of our esteemed institution. In the 4.5 years we have spent your time, valuable time in our campus, would have been the most wonderful journey in your life. You come as a small seed and went out as a big tree, giving shade to the society. You have made your teachers proud by being very passionate in your studies as well as in your all kind of activities. I would rather say the relationship between the institution and the alumni is directly proportional. Like whenever the institution grows, you also will grow. And whenever the alumni is growing, the institution also gets growing. It's a mutual. Both the institution development and the alumni development is mutual. And you are the brand ambassadors of all the institutions. And it gives me immense pleasure to introduce, to give a brief note about our Vice Chancellor, Madam Professor Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi. Madam served as the 9th Vice Chancellor of the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. After a tenure there, she came to our university as our Vice Chancellor. Madam's profile runs into pages. If I'm going to speak all the things in the profile, it will take about a day. So I will just briefly outline the important gestures in the profile so that all the budding physiotherapists of our faculty and all the alumni should know about her caliber. Madam has graduated from Stanley Medical College from the year 1974 to 1979 under Madras University. Followed by, she did her MD Microbiology from Madras Medical College in the year 1985, again from Madras University. She did her PhD from Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University in the year 2007. Madam started her career as Assistant Professor of Microbiology in Madras Medical College. From there, she was elevated as Professor of Microbiology and served in Madras Medical College, Stanley Medical College, and Kilpauk Medical College. From then, she became Dean of Government Tiruvannamalai Medical College, then in Kilpauk Medical College and in Stanley Medical College. Finally, she was elevated as Director of Medical Education from January 2014 to December 2015. After that, Madam became the 9th Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. Madam has got various fellowships and memberships in different scientific bodies. She was a fellow of Indian Academy of Tropical Parasitology, Joint Secretary, Society for Indian Human and Animal Mycology, Life Member, Indian Association of Medical Microbiologists, Life Member, Indian Academy of Clinical Microbiologists, Member, MSc Basic Clinical Science Board, Puducherry University, and so on and so on. Madam has won various awards. She was conferred Dr. B.C. Roy, prestigious National Award for Doctors in the year 2016 in recognition of her outstanding service in the field of socio-medical relief. Madam also won the Best Teacher Award twice in the year 2011 and 2014 by Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University and Tamil Nadu Medical Council. She also won the Best Administrator Award in the year 2012 by Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. The same year, she was also conferred the Best Administrator Award by the Blood Bank Association of India. She was also awarded Contributional Work by the Institute of Microbiology, Madras Medical College. And to her credit, she was also won the honored by Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for effective management of rescue operations of Mugalivakkam building collapse. And she received the Best Medical Colleges of South during the tenure of at Madras Medical College as Vice Principal and as Dean at Stanley Medical College in India Today and Outlook magazine in the year 2009 and 2013. She was conferred the Lifetime Achievement Award by the organizing of the conference of ARISE 2015 and IAMM, that is Indian Association of Medical Microbiology at SRM Medical College and Hospital. Madam, to her credit, has various research publications in both national and international journals, and so far she has given guest lectures in 3 international conferences. So with this brief note about our Vice Chancellor, Madam, may I invite our respected Vice Chancellor, Madam, Professor Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me for this alumni meet on this day, conducted by our physiotherapy department, Professor and Head Principal, Mr. Sendil Nathan. நான் வந்து அவரை வந்து பிசியோநாதன் சொல்றது என்ன இதுல, so it comes automatically Physiotherapy, but anyway, very nice person, seen as one of the esteemed physiotherapist in the physiotherapy world, in and around throughout the world, and dedicated in his and committed to his work, dedicated to his work. I think so. All of you who are with him and the students should learn from him how dedicated, how committed you have to be to your profession and for whatever you take. So we should thank our management, and on behalf of the management, we welcome you all. I welcome you all, and should thank our chairman AC Shanmugam and President ACS Arun Kumar and our secretary Mr. Ravi Kumar, who have been always supporting the departments and also bringing up and expanding the department in various ways so that the education and skill development is given to the society. So this cannot be done by all of us. It's only a few philanthropists like them would make this possible to educate the public. So we should thank them all for giving us the education. And on this day, how technology has to be used is more important. And I think so. When you see the years before, we used wax bath and some ultrasound and all those things, but now it has developed so much that the technology, like from the mechanical department, from the computer EC department, computer science department, we have to collaborate and bring out new kind of equipments to make the time, spending time and the laborious process which we make during the physiotherapy, make it easy and comfortable for both the physiotherapists as well as to the patients or the customer, I would say, because sometimes, most of them are patients, some of them are becoming customers, because a gymnasium has a physiotherapist also. So you should work on it. And most of the ailment, I think so, if it is not pathological, it's only because mind, body, and I should say the gut. So when this doesn't work properly, our muscles and many of the system go haywire. That is, they go here and there, and their function is disturbed. So because of this, most of the muscles, because of the enzymes secreted, muscles and other involuntary or voluntary muscles, they get a little bit affected because of this, and we go in for many ailments, and we go to the doctor and ask them. Also, many of the investigations are being done, and particularly I would say general practice as well as orthopedics, they land up in some kind of intervention which would really create a post-operative effect or a psychological effect on the patient. But first, I will always ask if somebody comes to me with some ailments like their immobility or not able to walk or arthritis or whatever it is, I ask them first to consult a physiotherapist or a sports individual who have been trained in it. And when they find out it is pathological, then move on to the orthopedician or any general physician for to rule out many of the pathological conditions. So this is what I usually say. And I have an example, like there was one person, one of Vice's wife, who had not able to walk, and they had gone to a doctor, orthopedician in Apollo, and he said, do a knee replacement. And I always tell not to go for knee replacement because it is more of a muscle oriented condition, because they become taut and tensed. So they are not able to move, apart from the pathological, I am telling. So I asked them to move on to a physiotherapy clinic, and they found out it is all because of the muscle. They did the release technique, but many of them do not go in for, because it is painful. The releasing is painful. So they come out and they want an easy method of getting their body repaired, I would say. So they go and land up with the doctors. Though I am a doctor, I am also telling this. So first go to a physiotherapist. If you have a muscle problem or not able to walk, then exclude the pathological conditions and you can refer to a doctor. So I want you also to collaborate with the doctor, like an orthopedician or a general physician, an Ayurvedic physician or a Siddha physician, and refer. You have to have, nowadays you cannot practice all alone. You have to have a cooperative or a collaborative group within you, and this should, and also have your own technically improved physiotherapy lab or a gymnasium or whatever it is, a physiotherapy clinic, so that people will start to know many of the conditions. Only you have to exhibit all this. So this will not go all alone. You have to cooperate and collaborate with your doctors. So then only you can improve your practice and come up in your life. So with these few words, I thank the department for making this event happen here, and research also can be done. Thank you. On with the other field, not only with the medical, you have to go with the technology based, with the computer department, with the EC department and mechanical department, so that there are many people who want to do PhD on that. So you can move on to it and produce, have a patent for our own medical college, ACS Medical College. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your valuable speech and motivation rendered towards our profession. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. May I now request Dr. L. Ramesh, Joint Registrar, Event and Publication, to share a few words about MGR Alumni Association.
Thank you and very good morning all. It was very happy day. We are meeting with all the physiotherapy alumni, present students, faculty members. Thank you alumni who given concern to participate in today conclave, and the students, those who connected in the online and connected through the YouTube channel also. So we started this initiative long back, around 3, 4, 5 months back, to connect the present students and alumni. How to connect the present students and alumni, but at the same time, the same information to be reached the whole alumni. We around 1,25,000 alumni passed out from our university from 1992. So we want this information, all the 1,25,000 alumni to be touched, that in MGR some program is going on. So this is actually the plan. So how to execute that? That is what come out with a lot of discussion, and finally come to the conclusion. We will do a continuous program. So that what will happen if you do the continuous program? If you do the continuous program by all department, so that within another couple of days, the alumni should reach that the program is going on. The same time, some benefit has to be there. So we thought of connecting the present students and alumni. That is what this time we not asked the other college participant to join. Only MGR participants, present students plus the alumni. So there must be some connectivity. Then we thought of, okay, we need to someone has to witness us. Then we discussed with the World Book of Record and some other record thing, and they told that there is no such continuous like this events is there, and with them also only we coined the tag 25 department, 25 departments, 25 days, 25,000 participants connecting together to discuss on the future trends. That is what the thing. That is what the common style, common template, common things are gathering on. And the students, those who are watching today, will receive the World Book of Record certificate after November 1st or 2nd week. Speakers will also receive the certificate. The organizer, participants, all will receive the certificate. So little I will talk about the outcome of our alumni association. Our alumni association, named as Dr. MGR Alumni Association, it is a registered professional society now, registered under Society Act, Indian Society Act. Then we have 7 national network. We call it as national network, alumni network, Bangalore network, Mumbai network, Calcutta network, like that. So what this national network will do, for example, we have 600 alumni, MGR alumni in connecting with all department, connected in Delhi. They are connected in 2 groups, and the fresher students also there, and the seniors also there. There will be like a job opportunity, sharing the job opportunities, getting the promotion for the next level of job. It has to be done through the alumni. So this is the thing which we are getting very good response through these networks. We have 5 international network, European network, South Asia Pacific, Asia Pacific network, like that. So through this network, what good things are happening is our students going for masters through these networks. So because already some students are doing their masters in Singapore, they are supporting that and going that. So this is what the one part we are having. The second next part, we are celebrating the Silver Jubilee celebration and decennial celebration. So till now 3 Silver Jubilee celebration we conducted and the 4 decennial reunion. This year in the 2011 passed out batch, the decennial reunion, the discussion is going on. Before December, the program is there. Next, coming to that, we do the service for the alumni. Our office will do the service for the alumni. 170 international alumni got benefited through our office, and 250 national alumni got benefited through our office. And the next part is the events. We Alumni Association organize the generalized events. Till now, 75 events are organized, and the department level events, physiotherapy, every semester it is must to organize 2 alumni events. So like that, we organized till now last 5 years 400 events related to alumni. So we insist the department to call the speakers through alumni so that it will give more connectivity. So keep like this, we can able to talk. We have 2 softwares, that is to connect alumni, networking together, Alma Connect and Ma Connect. So through these 2 software, 26,000 alumni are connected together, and we are sharing all our information to them, getting the commands from them, getting the suggestions from them, so that it will be going to that. So coming to the future part, we are planning to, already our websites are completed. Separate website is going to come for alumni, and so that is one part. Second part is Ma, that software is going to launch, and alumni profile book is going to launch within a month. And coming to the conclusion, we are now registered association and going to call for application for chairman, secretary, treasurer, like that. So if any alumni are interested, you can put your nomination. Once the new team came, after that we are planning for a alumni day and annual alumni day and annual alumni awards. So this is what in plan. Coming to the today program, hope another 2.5 hours. Moderator was triggering all the alumni to get all the beautiful information which they have with the past experience, maybe 5-year experience, 10 years experience. The mixed alumni are here. They are going to share a lot of good things and how it is going to taken care by the present students. Thank you so much, the principal sir and the coordinators. And so one of our office related favorite department, physiotherapy. So they will do all the communication. They will do all the timely completion of all the work which we assign to them. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The credit goes to all the coordinators of our department, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alumni coordinator, then journal club coordinator, whatever Dean sir has been instructing, they will follow upright without questions asked.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming and participating in our today's meet, sir. Miles to go. Thank you, sir. Vaishnavi, sorry for interruption. May I just add few words for the sake of alumni, like eminent persons have joined today as alumni.
Yes.
For their information, I'm just putting a few words. We are going to start a center of excellence in our faculty of physiotherapy. I think I'm very much proud to say that even in the whole South India, probably no physiotherapy college has got this center of excellence. So we have been doing, and all the equipments have been given order for purchase. Like you have shockwave therapy, the latest arrival in physiotherapy. Not shockwave diathermy, it is shockwave therapy. And then earlier we have EMG biofeedback, but that is only one channel. At the time you can you can investigate any one muscle only. But the machine which you have ordered right now is wireless EMG with 8 channels. So simultaneously you can investigate 8 different muscles. So that we are going to purchase. And then we have given an order for virtual reality for the neurological conditions like Parkinsonism, stroke patients, and pediatric cases like CP. For all those cases, latest trend of treatment is virtual reality. We have ordered for that. And then balance assessment system, unique system to assess your balance. And then we have one more thing for cardiorespiratory. What is it, Vaishnavi? We have ordered for cardiorespiratory chest vibrator.
vibrators.
Chest vibrator. And then we have a ergometer for both upper limb and lower limb. So all these 6 to 7 equipments we have purchased. It's cost nearly around 1 crore. And we are establishing a separate hall for Center of Excellence where work is going on. Fully furnished hall, full of wooden panels, AC, and almost 16 computers with internet facility, exclusively for research purposes, not for anything else. So I think once it has been established, we'll be the first college to start the Center of Excellence in physiotherapy. I think in the whole of South India. I don't know about North India, in the whole of South India. Why I'm telling all these things is alumni are most welcome. So we have the infrastructure, we have the manpower to investigate or to collect data. So whatever ideas you have, you can directly come and meet us. Collaboratively, we can do the research work. We can publish papers or we can apply for a patent. And for information, few of our students with the right mentorship of the staff members, they received funds for the last academic year. We received 2 projects fund. Like each project comprises of 2.5 lakhs. So both those projects, they have applied for patent and the patent has been published. And one is foot dynamometer. You all have now seen the hand dynamometer. That is the equipment used to measure the hand muscle power. So similarly, our students have invented a equipment called as foot dynamometer, wherein your foot muscles power can be measured. And one more project is ergonomic wheelchair, where the persons can be taken in the wheelchair in steps also. We have seen wheelchairs can carry patients only in the ramp, but our student who has invented this wheelchair, in that wheelchair, the patient can be taken in the steps. So both these things we have received the patent. And for this academic year, we have received funded projects for about 6 projects. Each project received a cumulative amount of about 15 lakhs put together. So it's a great achievement for Faculty of Physiotherapy. In our university, the maximum number of projects that has been received funds is in physiotherapy department from our faculty. Rest of the faculties, they received only say about only 1 project or 2 projects. So only physiotherapy has received 6 projects at a single go. So why I'm telling you all these things? A lot of things are happening in our college. A lot of research works are going on. More number of papers are getting published in well-reputed Scopus as well as Web of Science journals. And recently, a lot of people are involved in funded projects also. So the esteemed alumni present over here, you're all, I said earlier, you are the ambassadors of our faculty. So you have set the benchmark. So you come back to our college, do research, publish papers, don't sit idly and don't be satisfied with the work you are doing right now. Do whatever work you do there, do it. Come back to the college for research, collaborative research. We are open to each and every one of you. So with these words, I once again thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to address before you. And I hope the session will be a really brainstorming session. I think it's all in the hands of Dr. Dharani, our moderator today, to extract the information from each and every one of our alumni. So over to Dharani. Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time to introduce our guest speakers for today's alumni conclave. May I now request Dr. K. Kamachi, Assistant Professor, to introduce our alumni speakers.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. Good morning to one and all present here. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce our alumni, Faculty of Physiotherapy, Dr. Ebjar Education and Research Institute. Dr. Anand Subrarailu. He has completed his Bachelor of Physiotherapy in Mugambike College of Physiotherapy in the year 2003 and Masters of Physiotherapy in Anne in Wales College of Physiotherapy in 2007. He has worked in Ganesh Hospital, Ainavaram, at present working in Ensite Solution Private Limited as as Senior Manager and Consultant Physiotherapist in Jayam Physiotherapy Clinic, Tiruvamnur. The next alumni is Dr. S. Janani, and she has completed the Bachelor of Physiotherapy in Mugambige College of Physiotherapy in the year 2008. And in 2009, she has completed the Bachelor in Psychology in University of Madras. And in 2016, she has done a Master's in Yoga in Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. She has worked in various physiocare units, rehabilitation clinic, and physiotherapy studio, fitness centers, and at present, proprietor of Janani's L Zone, Ambattur, and Prime Purple Branch Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation Pain Relief Center, and Elite Pink Branch Women's Fitness Studio. And I'm happy to welcome the next alumni, Dr. C.J. Jason. He has completed the Bachelor of Physiotherapy in Mugambike College of Physiotherapy in the year 2010 and Masters in Cardiorespiratory in AJ College of Physiotherapy in 2015, and worked in Apollo Hospital, Vanagaram, and has worked here as Assistant Professor in Faculty of Physiotherapy, and at present working in MGM Health Care Private Limited as a Senior Physiotherapist. The next alumni is Dr. Nabina N, and she has completed the Bachelor of Physiotherapy in our Faculty of Physiotherapy, Dr. MJ Educational Research Institute in the year 2018, and Masters of Physiotherapy in Neurology in our college in 2020. She has published 3 papers and has presented paper in various conferences, and at present, she is working in Freedom from Diabetes as Associate Exercise Expert in Pune. Welcome you all for this Alumni Conclave, Day 11, 25 departments, 25 days, 25 Alumni Conclave, and 25,000 participants, approved and monitored by World Book of Records. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. A moderator is the person who is in charge of the discussion, ensure that it is conducted in a fair and organized way. Without further delay, may I now request Dr. G. Darni, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Physiotherapy, moderator for today's Alumni Conclave, to take over the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vaishnavi ma'am. A warm good morning to one and all connected to our Alumni Conclave. First of all, I would like to thank our management, our principal sir, for giving me this opportunity. As a proud physiotherapist, I am extremely delighted to moderate this Alumni Conclave. As we all know, physiotherapy is one of the most noble healthcare professions that helps in alleviating pain and restoring the functions of the patient with various ailments. Physiotherapists play an essential role in the labor ward, during the development of a child, during injury or pain, post-surgical conditions, and very importantly, in ICU management also. As our principal sir rightly stated, the modalities that we use evolves along with the technological advancement. And we are proud that we have all the advanced equipment in our department. So from the normal manual therapy to heat therapy, superficial and deep heat modalities that we use, pain relieving modalities that we use, laser, UVR, SWD, vibration and suctioning tools, to the recent Y-gaming, robotics, and tele-rehab. Our profession is being evolving with the technological advancement. So today program has 3 sessions. In the first session, the alumni speakers will introduce about themselves and share their career development from the day of their graduation till now. In the second session, each alumni speaker will present an overview on today's topic, that is technological advancement in physiotherapy. And finally, each alumni speaker will clarify the general questions that will be raised by the moderator to them. So without further delay, let's start today's session. So first, I would like to call upon Dr. S. Anand, MPT Han, Clinical Manager, Insight Solutions, to share his career development path. It's over to Anand sir now.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm immensely pleased to address you all today on the occasion of Alumni Meet. I am Anand Subarailu. I am from 1998 batch, and we passed out from old campus Madurai. And our batch definitely saw a very important milestone, and I'm glad to say that we are the first batch from Mugambiki College of Physiotherapy. And indeed, it is a very memorable journey. And if I have to take a quick flashback in the campus life, one of the best experiences we had 4 beautiful years, where we met some amazing people and our batchmates and friends even today. Especially to mention Dr. Yuvarani, who's over there as an assistant professor. I'm not sure what the designation she holds there. But she's been in constant touch with me about the growth, development, and the alumni, especially with regard to alumni and other prospects. And next, some excellent faculty whose thought process and learning are still with us, and it will stay for ever, especially to mention Dr. Bettamal, who taught us anatomy in detail. And there are a lot of faculties, Lata ma'am, Priya, Santamurthy sir, Kavita, and special emphasis goes to Dr. Mohan sir, who's over there, who taught us exercise therapy, and it's still with us, and we practice. Of course, these are the basic foundation: anatomy and exercise physiology. Then, of course, I passed out in 2003. Between 2003 to 2005, I had my own clinic at Ainavaram. Then in 2005, I got my post-graduation seat at Wills College of Physiotherapy, hand rehabilitation. And between 2007 to 2008, I worked as a physiotherapist at Mayot Hospital, Ramavaram. And in 2008 to 2019, I worked as a clinical manager and trainer at Insight Solutions Private Limited, imparting various science-related lectures, basic science, etc. Parallelly, I worked as a consultant physiotherapist at Chayam Physiotherapy Clinic. And currently, and in 2019 to 20, I work for Dr. Sundar Rehabilitation Clinic at Thiruvanmayur, and I work with him closely with related to industrial ergonomics since I'm a hand rehabilitation therapist. I did certain protocols for his ergonomical designing for various industries. Currently, I work for Insight Solution, and I'm a consultant physiotherapist for Pathway School of Rehabilitation at it is especially for special children. And I work with Shovan Sinha, Manipal University, with regard to orthotics and prosthetics. And I'm very glad that we are the first batch of Dr. MJ Medical University. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand sir. It's really a pleasure for us to have our first batch student with us on this day. It was really astonishing to know about your career development throughout the years that has passed out. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for joining with us.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Now let's move on to the next speaker, Dr. C.J. Jason, sir. Dr. C.J. Jason, MPT Cardio, Senior Physiotherapist, MGM Hospital. Sir, it's over to you now.
Good morning to all. I think everyone can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Myself, I first introduce myself. Myself, Jason. I'm a senior physiotherapist in MGM Multi-Specialty Hospital, which is in Chennai. To say about myself, I completed Master in Physiotherapy in cardiovascular conditions. Right now, to say about frankly, when I started my career in 2005, I would like to share. It was completely difficulty to understand the concept of various conditions, and then what is professional skills that was a need for the development of the society. So for understanding those things, the staff members are really helped a lot, not only in the term of academic and also for the professional way of handling the patients. They have taught us a lot of things. When I started my education as undergraduate in 2005, the main staff members, those who are present over here now, is Dr. Mohan Kumar sir and Dr. Ramchandran sir, and also Dr. C.V. Santhanathan sir. Right now he is a principal, but initially he was a staff member at the time of job. They were be very much helpful, and even Dr. Patnaban sir, who is taking exercise therapy session for us. He used to say exercise therapy is the only thing that you can able to have a lot of development in the society. So that I can able to understand after completion of my undergraduate courses. So, and also the lecture what led by the Dr. Ramchandran sir really helped me to understand the importance of just physiotherapy in the society and how it will be helpful. So that made me inspired to do my master of physiotherapy in cardiovascular conditions. Even Dr. So after completion my courses, I want to do what is next. I was even need for what is to do next, whether it is important to do a PG or can go with undergraduate itself. So that time, Santhanathan sir and Mohan Kumar sir, and those they gave valuable advices for the development for the society. Not only undergraduate graduation is satisfying level, but also the post graduation you want to do that will be helpful for you in future. So those advices help me to take up into the next level of my career development. So I have done my master of physiotherapy in cardiovascular. In those days, everyone will be pursuing in mainly for ortho and neuro and sports are the category. Only not even now. Few people only will be taking up for the cardiovascular conditions. So that time, the scope of their specialization is very less. So even that they have advised me, it not depends upon your taking up of a subject and how you are going to work, how you are going to manage the skills of and to be updated to this level of the levels that will say very much helpful for me to understand. But later on, afterwards, only I can able to know that whatever we study, but we want to study it in our full way of learning and development. So that has helped me to pursue my master degree. So right now I am working as a senior physiotherapist in MGM Hospital. It is in a heart and lung transplant unit. But the development and right now I can able to manage of any sort of patient. So these skills has been developed and by the advisors of those on those days what they gave for me and the professional skills what they developed and then how far I can able to take up to the things that is very helpful for me to improve my development and also for the in my professional way. Then and I also thankful for the principal sir and the staff members and then Dr. Vivani ma'am, Dr. Najashmi ma'am, and also Dr. Veena, Dr. Sudhakar sir. Even after my career development in the undergraduate, when I am getting out for some help, what is the next level? So they are helping out. So next level will be the research oriented. So in that part, what about the involvement of physiotherapy in research and interview? So this part was very much helpful for me to develop my career. If you see a clinical person who is working in hospital, they are not much aware about the research works about. they will be finding it as a new and hard, very much hard to understand the concept. But in that sort, even in started my courses in 2005, even now I am in 2021. So right now, even now they are helping me out now far to make us to develop further according to the needs of the society. So these and all has been developed by them. Without the staff members, I can't able to make this much progress in my career. So I thank you all the staff members of faculty of physiotherapy. Special thanks to the principal, Dr. C. Sandanathan sir, and Dr. Mohan Kumar sir, and Dr. Ramachandran sir, and both the vice principal ma'am, and then Dr. Sudhakar sir, and then my friends, Dr. Dharani, Dr. Kamachi, and then Dr. Vaishnavi. And special thanks to the Devarani ma'am who have guided me a lot in my working aspect and also the research and then how far to make into academic activity. So right now I can able to manage both the clinical and skills and academic skills. That and that without them it is not possible. So thank you to make me to express my views to share in this grand event of year and on year 2020. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jason sir. It is really exciting to hear from you about your exciting journey. And indeed, we are all very happy to meet you again through this virtual mode after a long time. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining with us on this day. Now, I would like to call upon our next speaker, alumni speaker, Dr. S. Janani, proprietor, Janani's Health Zone. Welcome, ma'am.
Good morning, all. I'm very happy to see all my college mates, there is Anand, then every sir, our principals, all. I'm very happy. So personally, I belong to a medical serving family. My father, mother, brother serving in the medical line. In my nature, I admired to medical profession and landed to one of a marvel platform, which is none other than physiotherapy. When someone talking about the pain, most people take it emotionally worried, but about result of the pain. For me, I will think only about the source of pain and how to help others to overcome it. This transition happened with me in my physiotherapy bachelor's course at Shah College, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. My main reason are for our faculties. Without them, transition to a therapist is not possible. Thanks to all my faculties, especially HOD sir, Sendilnathan sir, and my Vijay Selvan sir, and my project guy Mohan sir, Cardio sir, Ramachandran sir, and all other faculties. Also, I like to thank institution management. And after coming from the college, finishing my bachelor's degree, I was working as a clinical therapist in most of the clinics and rehab centers. And little to that, I have to switch over to a fitness side. So I did academic in fitness management and worked in as a physio and senior physio in Fitness One, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Pink in Naganagar. So my physiotherapy has to see in only clinical practice, and I also entered into the fitness ground. So now I'm happy. Still, I remember the transition 10 years before that is from employee to a proprietor now. I opened my first clinic only after my marriage. I need to take care of my family and make sure my clinical nurtures. Years passed on, but not just a physiotherapist. I gained knowledge and degrees in other horizons, wellness like fitness training, psychology, and a yoga instructor. This adds just the lines to my profile, also made a person to handle a common man physical pain and multi-aspect. Now I'm growing with my experience growth. My passionate about physiotherapy is the main reason to continue this service. Thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity, ma'am. Again, this is the right time. I've seen all the members from the college, like a professor, like Anand sir, Jason sir, and all the faculties of MGR Medical and Research Institute. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Janani ma'am. We are very great to hear from you about your career development in the the varying fields and your things on yoga, fitness. It's really very great to know about that. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, I would call upon our next speaker, Dr. N. Nabina, MPT Neuro, Associate Exercise Expert, Freedom from Diabetes, Pune. Welcome, Nabina.
Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, everyone. I hope everyone are doing good. And I'm so happy that I'm being a part of this because I have just now completed my PG from our institution, because till now I can't leave that. It is our institution. Okay. And the thing is like, yes, as everyone, I started my career in 2013. So it was like, yes, this, as everyone, like I thought medicine. Then at last I didn't get that. Okay. So then at last, okay, I entered, I stepped in. I wanted to know something about like, okay, I have to be a part of a team. So I just wanted that. And that is the reason I entered in physiotherapy. But at that time also, I didn't understand like what exactly is physiotherapy. I was just joining in that. Then there was the like a part of everyone there who are really dedicated, and they are helping us understand what actually is physiotherapy. So that is what the first thing what I started learning from our institution was that love your profession. Only if you love it, you can achieve something, because if you love, you will be dedicated to that. If you dedicate, you can make wonders. So that was the first thing which I learned from our institution. And thank you so much for all the staff members, our principals, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And the other thing is like the skills. Yes, from 2013, it was like every year new things. First year it was anatomy, physiology. Yes, lots of stuff to learn. And every time our staff will say like, students, be careful. You have to study the anatomy and physiology. If not, it's going to be difficult. At that time, we were like, yes, ma'am, yes, it's going to be easy. Okay, that year it's going to be easy. Okay, somehow we studied, we just passed out the first year. Okay, then second year comes exercise therapy part. Only if you know the basics of anatomy and physiology, you can do exercise therapy. So there, Dr. Radhalakshmi ma'am, ma'am will always say exercise therapy, bread and butter. Only if you have that, you will work on with physiotherapy. So that was the thing that was important. We understood what was the importance of learning anatomy and physiology. So then after that, the second year biomechanics, Dr. Sudhakar sir, he was like every time he will demonstrate the movements, and he'll ask us like, now are you feeling that? Now can you feel what is the isometric contraction? What is concentric contraction? So right now when right now I'm working in an organization, and when I say my participants, this is this, it is only because what they taught me. And right now I thank everyone, like everything, whatever I say, it's like I'm just connecting with what I learned, what I'm learning from them. Even right now, our principals are always used to say, learning is the second thing. First, you should have discipline. Only then the other things will come line in line. So again, now getting into an organization, I understand, because in our team, it's like everyone are there. We have to be together. Only if you are together, you will know what is happening, and you will be able to learn. So that is also the thing. Like everything, I'm just connecting one by one. I'm so happy because I have started my career from Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute, and still right now also I just connect everything from my university, from my institution, from my staff members, everyone, because they teach us a lot of things which at that time we feel like they say simply, no, okay, that's okay, everyone will advise us. But when you enter into the field, when you enter into the world, you will actually know what is that important, what important it was. Then the third year, the fourth year, yes, it was very difficult because we are handling with patients. Nothing is easy. We are touching them. We have to make a diagnosis. We have to actually assess them. We should know what exactly is happening. Writing an assessment chart was very difficult because everything is like, it's not easy, right? We have to do we have to understand what is range of motion. First of all, how to use goniometer. Then even right now, postal drainage position, Ramachandran sir, every time he makes us do. And at that time and all, we thought this is easy, right? 3 pillows, 2 pillows side by side. But what is it important? How the like secretions move on, like how it is happening. Everything only if you connect, you can. Right now, as to all my juniors, what I say is, right now you will feel like she's saying the same thing, but when you enter into the field, you will really know the importance of everything. Even the small thing what they say is something to be noted. You should make a note of it. That will actually help you. So then by 2017, yes, graduation was over. Then 6 months internship, the point where we actually like whatever we studied was not enough. We have to learn still more. So that was the place. Internship was the place where we were still learning. We were going through many things and our like university, they provided us with Arya Cancer Institute and even the sports medicine Spark Institute. We went there, we studied, we learned new things. So everything was possible only with our institution. Then again the undergraduation was over. As everyone, again I had the dilemma, what is the next, but I was very clear, because I wanted to do my master's, because that is the next thing. What I kept in my mind was, when I started my UG itself, I know once I complete my UG, I should do my PG. But how my career is going to be? So that was the question mark for me. So when I discussed with our staff members like Veena ma'am, Rajlakshmi ma'am, our principal sir, Mohan sir, everyone was like, go with your post-graduation. It is, now you feel like it is easy, but when you if you have a post-graduation, it will add on to you. So that was the thing actually what they told me. It will add on your skills. So at that time, then 2018 again joined my PG neurology. The reason, might be it will be a bit dramatic, but still the reason for joining neurology was I was inspired actually by 2 persons, Rajlakshmi ma'am and Veena ma'am, because they took my clinical neuro and PT neuro at that time. And the thing was like, I was too much inclined to neurology. So that is the reason, I thought, yeah, I will do that, because even in masters, they will be there to help me out, right? So that was the thing in my mind. So it will happen. And there comes Corona, pandemic. Everything was in online. At that time, again, it was only because of the staff members. They were like throughout behind us. They were like, PPT is being sent, go through that. If you have any doubts, ask there. We'll have even for PT Neuro, when our juniors have sessions, MPT students were also asked to join, because we have to get the basics. If we forget that, then nothing is going to work for us. So everything, and at last 2020 we completed. This is over. And yes, the next thing, now I have to work somewhere. It's not that work somewhere. It's like I have to be in a place where I am able to do, or I am able to prove myself. So I was waiting, and at that time, yes, I had some more other situations also. So I was just waiting. And right now I have been placed in Freedom from Diabetes. It is an organization in Pune, and it is right from a work from home. And just imagine, as a physiotherapist, work from home, how is it possible? So yeah, connecting to our today's topic, the advancements in physiotherapy, so that I will be also like telling something regarding that also. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nabina. It was really a great pleasure for us to hear from you about your growth and career development from this institution. I'm really surprised to hear from all the alumni. I could see how humble and how grateful they are to the institution from the day, from the first batch student till the student who has finished last year. It's really surprising. We are really grateful to have such a gratitude and humble alumni for our department. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Now let's move on to the next session. So first, I would like to hear from Anand sir regarding the technology development in physiotherapy field and that he witnessed in his regular practice. Sir?
Yes. of course, from adapting telehealth to dealing with COVID-19 and pandemic situation, physical therapy has been huge changes and challenges faced in 2020. And telehealth and telerehabilitation, that is how the terminology is emphasized nowadays. In those days when we passed out in 2003, so we really do not know the terminology of what is telemedicine and what is telerehabilitation. Now this home-based care, luckily telehealth is the only avenue for therapists to safely deliver physio care to patients, especially in this pandemic situation. And as far as I know, the next advancement is gamified rehabilitation for patient engagement, especially in motor relearning program and balance and coordination for elderly patients. That plays a very significant role, and I know a very good example is Jogo, which is a private limited company in collaboration with Johnson and Johnson, has implemented a app. It's a wearable app, of course, with regard to artificial intelligence. It's a wearable technology that leverages artificial intelligence to treat or alleviate pain, especially in neuromuscular conditions, by producing the protocol, and they have they lay down a protocol, and games can be adopted. Of course, it provides a visual feedback for the patient, especially in stroke patients and neuromuscular conditions, and various symptoms with regard to coordination. And as Logo, it's a clinically proven science for neuroplasticity. So hope you know what is neuroplasticity. It's the ability of the brain to reorganize the synaptic potentials and connections, especially the ultimate response is neuroplasticity. All what we need is neuroplasticity for neuromuscular conditions. And in that way, this app in turn, it gives a very good experience for the patient, for the continuous learning of a moment following an injury. It gives a synaptic potential that ends in recovery, of course. And of course, there are various other apps, and gamified rehabilitation put as a whole comes under the roof of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So these are the advancement in physiotherapeutic technology as far as I came across. Then, of course, ergonomics, industrial ergonomics, which is pretty old. So we focus as a hand therapist, we focus in industrial ergonomics and putting the patients in alleviating pain and giving them a very good comfort zone as such. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand sir. Yes, you have rightly pointed about tele-rehab and why gaming. Yes, I think we can divide our profession into pre-corona and post-corona. Yes, as you rightly stated, ergonomics is one of the major essential role of physiotherapists that we take in before corona, because it was actually indeed a very essential thing that most of the IT professionals wanted us to do, because they just wanted us to relieve their pain. They just don't wanted us to, they don't want the pain to reoccur again. So in that, we as ergonomic specialists have played a very important role. Yes.
Yeah. Beside this, people continuously sit for 8 to 10 hours, forgetting their posture, and they end up in obviously neck pain, etc., etc.
Yes, sir. Yes. That was really nice for recollecting about ergonomics. And as you rightly stated, in the post-corona period, when we all physiotherapists, we did not know what to do, tele-rehab actually helped us in connecting to our patients and helping them again at least through the tele-rehab mode, and elevating their pain and restoring their function. Because when the corona pandemic came in, we were worried about our patients, right? We were worried, what will the patient do when we leave them like this? So I think tele-rehab really helped us a lot in managing our patients and restoring their function. And why gaming? Yes, definitely. As a neurotherapist, I know how important the why gaming is for a stroke patient and CP kids for restoring their function, and without boring them, actually, without boring them, we are helping them to restore their function. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was very nice to hear from you. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to hear from Dr. Janani ma'am regarding the technological advancement that you encounter in your daily practice.
Thank you, ma'am. Today, our topic is on technological advancement in physiotherapy. So, looking at all new technology in physiotherapy, it is exciting time to be in a sports rehabilitation. Now, I'm going to cover 3 technological advancements in physiotherapy. That is a wearable resistance, a blood flow restriction, that is BFR, and proximus individual curve. Now we go on to the wearable resistance. So it is designed by a sports scientist to improve people's movement. So it's a principle in wearable resistances. It's a compression-based, high-performance sports garment. So in underlayer, it consists of a weight or loads, and it can be fitted to any part of a body. This loads ranges from a little, that is as 50 grams, up to the 10% of wearer's body weight. It can be applied in a sport or exercise without disturbing movement patterns. That is, if they are going in a treadmill, or if you're going as a running or jumping jacks. So this weight won't disturb them in their movement pattern. So in the first generation, we can see that we can use wrist weights. They are using wrist weights, leg weights. But now this new technology came, this wearable resistance has an amazing job, which is movement friendly, and the name applied directly to the body. This wearable resistance have a unique qualities, that is, it is very specific, adjustable, and individual progression. See, it can be used with the various size and to the various gender and at any age. That means it is integrated and customized to the movement. So the principle behind this is where you put the load is more important, and how much the load when it comes to the movement. This wearable resistance training incorporates 4 laws. So these 4 laws helps in this resistance training. That is what this individualization, specialization, progressive overload, and overtraining. So if you take this wearable resistance in rehabilitation, it helps ideally, it works in early strengthening and makes the person to return to his sports when the injury is hurled, that if a body is still unbalanced, as a person now looks to return to a full function. So next, I'm moving to my next topic, that is blood flow restriction and rehabilitation. So people that we say that BFR. So blood flow restriction in this therapy, this is therapy and a training rehabilitation strategy in which cuffs or bands are placed around a limb. So in the principle behind this is this partially restricts the blood flow and accumulates the venous blood flow. It's a new unconventional way to rehabilitate muscle injuries and weakness. So particularly it occurs in the arm or leg. Okay, can I say why it is beneficial to the patient in injuries during rehab? This blood flow restriction allows the patient to begin strength training in a much earlier phase and helps him to promote early recovery. So it helps to decrease the muscle weakness or injury in the case such as anterior cruciate ligament injury or a rotator cuff injury, shoulder injuries, or muscle atrophy. The reduced pressure on the musculoskeletal system due to a lower weight provides the safer means of training. Okay, next, I move on to the other topic, that is proximal individual curve. Okay, this is a rehab therapy. Yes, equipment provider in a proximal. So this provides a feedback to users of training, making the exercise more safer and traceable. Now I'm moving on to gait scanners. So nowadays gait scanners are very helpful in fitness world, in therapists and rehabilitation centers. So this gait scanner is a specialized mat that detects the pressure when a person walks across it. And the information is collected on the mat that is analyzed, develop an image in the base of a feet. So this shows the physiotherapist where you place the pressure when you walk as well as when you move. As a slightest deviation in the person's gait can affect the health all through the body. A small pain that can radiate from the foot and into the lower legs, often how the person walks in such a case that they have a hunch their back or tilt their neck. This gait scanners can therefore used to address issues that most people could see completely unrelated to their feet. And my favorite topic, that is 3D running analysis. So it's nowadays it's very common in all fitness centers. They are fitting them in the treadmills and then upright bikes, then cross trainers. And this 3D running analysis is particularly beneficial for athletes and runners. This technology involves use of multiple cameras, sensors, and to capture scientifically to the accurate data when they measure the movement. This analysis is helpful to make a trainer or in a fitness industry or a physiotherapist to build their exercise plan. Again, next on my most favorite topic, that is virtual reality. Now it's like the principal sir said, so our college is also providing this tool. So virtual reality is providing a lot of opportunities in medical profession. One of the biggest advantages is immersiveness of virtual reality, which enables the people to remote areas to exercise when there is a full class of people. Virtual reality can be make exercises much more fun. So we have more fun when we use this virtual reality to people enjoy and making patients more likely to stick their regimen. Virtual reality creates an interactive, immersive, and computer-generated world that allows you to experience something that isn't physically there. Okay, now we move on to rehab robots. Okay, most of this rehab nowadays, this rehab robots gives new hope for bedridden patients. So our main mission, these robots are used to improve the conditions of the patient. Today, I think everyone agrees that early mobilization is not sufficient for the patient who is bedridden. When you are bedridden, you lose your muscles by 3% per day, and you get a stiffness, stiff joint, or get a pressure sore. So this actually gets a complication from being in bed, and we would like to reduce. When we do this rehabilitation exercise on a daily basis, which is very hard work for family members or a colleague, this robotic device will take up a load. And with the help of the physiotherapist, the regimen, the plan, what the therapist to which type of rehabilitation exercise needs to be performed by the patient. The aim is to enhance mobilization with a good physical condition and to have a patient from mobile pattern. So now I move on to, as our principal said, that now tools and technologies for physiotherapists. So first one, I'm going to say about balance devices, in which like beams, balance pads, and blasters. And nowadays for traction, they are given pure traction therapy are used for strengthening and self-mobilization purposes. There are a lot of tools and technologies for physical therapists to rehabilitate their patients, but challenging a patient's physical ability to keep track one's progress, these tools and technologies make the physical therapist profession more effective and efficient. See, if a therapist is traveling, for a traveling physiotherapist, most of these items can be moved around easily, which you can take you a rehab facility anywhere you go. Okay.
Thank you, Janani ma'am.
Next, my conclusion regarding this is, so before ending my presentation, so I like to tickle a few for the future of physiotherapy in artificial intelligence. Okay, in general, nowadays artificial intelligence changes future job market drastically. So one of the sayings that is, I can see convincing thought of physiotherapy in Physiopedia, that CEO Rachel, a law speech in World Federal Confederation Physiotherapy Congress in Geneva. So I repeat, I want to state this quote. Now is not the time to sit by and watch what happens in the field. This will happen. This will impact our practice, and we all need to get it involved. Otherwise, someone else will do it for us. I like to repeat, now is not the time to sit by and watch what happens in the field. This will happen. This will impact our practice, and we all need to get involved. Otherwise, someone will do it for us. So, according to me, by 2040, every human will come to their own hyper-personalized, constantly updated in manual covering of the body. And in 2045, rehabilitation after illness, for the most part, is regulated to annals of history. By 2050, physiotherapists will be working inside patient body as well as outside of it. In 2050, physiotherapists will be working inside patient body as well as outside of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Janani ma'am. It was really very unique and different for us to hear from you regarding the recent developments on wearable resistance, blood flow restriction therapy, and artificial intelligence, especially. That is really an eye-opener for all of us. And it shows how much passion and updated you are towards the profession. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Janani ma'am.
Thank you.
Now I would call upon Jason sir to keep his views on the technology advancement in physiotherapy.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I want to take a point of study, prospective study done by Susan D. Markle. In 126 ventilated patient, we have done a study. How far the patient is getting developed. To say the fact, only 9% of the patient has been back to work, that after a few months. Other 21% of the patients are moderately dependent, and 26% of the patients are being most dependent to others for their day-to-day activity, that is said to be functional activity for a period of time. So among that, 44% of patients have been died. So to consider only 9% from the if a patient is undergoing an ICU stay, which I viewed also, can able to clearly understand if a patient is going for an ICU, it is not only the problem of any disability, and also it is like to be battled to survive or not. That is the first thing. The primary cause for this condition is what are the complications which may happens if a patient is going to stay in. If you say 1 or 2 days is not an much issue, but if you say for a long-term ICU stay, probably develops mechanical ventilated related pneumonias. That is probably the lung infection or the foremost condition, which where patient cannot able to get back from that. If you see a study related thing, you can able to understand. Otherwise, if you came across to an hospital, in an ICU care or a critical care unit, you can visualize the patient is on long-term ventilators and not able to possible of come up across that obstacle easily. So other related condition is a neuropathic illness. So other catheter related issues, and then muscle weakness. So these are all, and pressure ulcers. So because the patient is prolonged in on bed, so these things has to be happen. This will be happening. That is a major cause of the death. They have been made a study. So several articles has been developed to analyze what are the issues they are come across. So in my experience, I can able to say right now I can connect to the current scenario of COVID condition. You might have seen a patient who's affected by COVID, 10% of lung involvement in CT score of 10 bar 25, more than 20-25%. How it will happen if a patient is having 100% lung involvement? It is completely said to be destroyed. Lung is completely fibrosed. It is difficult to get back. It is said to be an irreversible damage. That lung is not even going to work further. So that you can able to most of the hospitals you can't see because what is the next level of treatment that doesn't know. So only one or two hospitals, few hospitals are making the management for those conditions. One of the procedure is in ECMO and then transplant. These only the only thing that can able to perform those conditions. I like to say in the completely restaurant. I have came across nearly 100 to 150 patients and then 20 to 25 are transplant patients. What is if you see about ECMO, it is completely said to be a extracorporeal membrane oxygenation. It is said to be a heart lung machine. What else your lung is going to do? That machine will, because the patient's lung doesn't work further more. So they will be transforming the blood to the machine. So that will be helpful for maintaining the oxygenation, and then the other what and all to be done that will be helpful for what and all the work has to be done by the heart and lung, that has to be done by the machine. So blood is completely coming out of the body, and then oxygenation happens, and then all the process happens and return back to the body. So this is a battle of survive. They want to wait to make it as a normal physiological mechanism. So in that part, as a physiotherapy, we have a major role of maintaining the patient physiological muscle mass. We want to prevention of muscle weakness is one of the major role, because patient is on multiple infusion. So multiple supports. Patients cannot able to have some, because the patient is on bed for whole day. For a long period of time, even for I have seen a patient for nearly 6 months on bed. So, is it not possible to maintain the normal mechanism on bed to for the further development? So, for that, we have not only the conventional physiotherapy will helpful, but advancement in technology. For example, if you see about the movement therapy, electro machine, which will be helpful for doing a passive movements and also an active movements for both upper and lower. That will be helpful for maintaining the muscle tone and muscle integrations and the other mechanism of a body to be maintained. So these are will be very helpful for those kind of patients. So initial period of time, only the conventional treatment was only the preference to be treatment for those conditions. But the recent advancement in technology have been very much helpful for those situations. In the pattern of handling of patients, it has been very much helpful. Otherwise, for giving a just perfusions about have the only the chest vibrator, the only option for giving for a patient and chest perfusions. But other devices are there right now. They have been invented. More invention is happening. One of the devices an high flow chest wall oscillatory device. which resembles same like how we are going to give a clapping or just a perfusions. It will delivers maximal preset frequency. So even the patient can able to handle it on their own. So these are all very much helpful for those type of situation to clear out the secretion. Another one of the major important thing is a cough. Unless the patient is cough, we cannot able to take up the secretion outside. So cough assist device is also decided to be the mechanical exsufflation and exsufflation. High pressure has been delivered to the patient with a positive pressure, and suddenly the negative pressure has been developed. That may help for the patient to get the cough. Only the cough they can able to take up the secretion. So these an advancement have been tremendous helpful for those in this type of situations which I came across. And then this device is really very much helpful for handling in those type of patients. So these are not to be very much frankly to say very much helpful for the getting out of the patient from the ICU and also from ventilator. So once a patient is out from ventilator, other pattern of helpful devices such as incentive spiral, which are the biofeedback for sort of mechanism, and the flutter devices and other PEEP devices has been very much helpful for the further development of the condition to maintain the clearance of airway and maintain the bronchial hygiene. I think both can able to understand the concept of advancement which have been came across right now when comparing to the conventional physiotherapy.
Yes,
Thank you.
definitely, Jason sir. It was really very useful for us to know about the technological advancement that you encounter in your ICU management for your patient. It was really very surprising for us to know about the in-campus device and the role of physiotherapist after ECMO and transplant. Yes, we can understand how vital is the role of physiotherapist in ICU after your talk. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. Now, I would like to call upon Dr. Nabina to express her views on technological advancement that she has encountered in her practice.
Yes, hi once again, everyone. So regarding now here, I'll just cover about tele-rehab, because as I said earlier, I'm just working as a part of a tele-rehabilitation. So I'll just explain regarding that. So what is tele-rehabilitation? We already have heard about telemedicine, right? So telemedicine, it's actually it's a new, and we have already known about it. But what is tele-rehab? It is just a subset of the telemedicine. So it is actually a part that the healthcare industry can also be like elaborated even for the physical therapist to do a tele-rehabilitation. So that is the part here. What that is, even we also, as we know, we are physiotherapists and our hands play the major role, right? And now even our minds also play the major role here, because we virtually we talk with the patients, we come to know like what exactly their problem is, we are understanding, and then with the we will first diagnose medical therapy also. Here, what I can say is now in telerehabilitation, the first and foremost is in this situation right now, because it is emerging right now, right? In this pandemic situation, most of us have pain, but they are afraid to go to the hospital. The reason is like because already it's infected everywhere. Now if I go there, my pain, it's okay, I'll just manage by having some painkillers and I'll do it, I'll manage it, but I no need to go get infected out. But what is the exact solution for this? At least you should know what is happening for you, right? So in order to know what is happening for you, what you can do is the only thing is like you have to first assess, first you have to get assessed of what exactly is happening for you. So this will actually help you out, this tele rehab. Okay, here exactly the process of telerehabilitation is, first you get connected with your physical therapist. You will have a virtual contact with your physical therapist. You talk with your therapist. You will explain what exactly is happening to you. Okay, so when you explain what is happening, what they will help you out is, first they will understand, because we will not decide everything immediately at a stretch, right? So we will, like, first we have to analyze, go through what exactly is happening, what was your previous history, why did that happen to that particular at that particular time. So this everything will happen, and then we'll also collect their history. So history is also being collected. Then after that, what we can do is we will give a like customized, because we do all there for like the app that is actually doing physical assessment, everything. So the apps are like PT timer. So PT Timer, it is actually a iOS based app. Actually, for the most of the athletes use this. Okay, so it is for the stretch and for the relax. So exactly what is the athletes, they get enrolled in this app, and here it actually like lists them about the prevention. Like before any injury happens, before that itself, what prevention to be done. So it actually explains about all these criteria. Then the next one is the MediBridge Go app. So in this app, it is like you have a list of physical therapists will be connected in that particular app. You can speak with your particular physiotherapist. So after speaking with them, they will give you a home-based program, like what should be done. And okay, now all these time I just told you can connect with your physiotherapist, speak with them, your home-based program is given. Okay, that is fine. What about the cases like when there is a surgery, like we also have post-operative care also, right? A physiotherapist play a role in that. So what exactly is happening here? Even virtual reality, so the rehabilitation is also being done. So how this is being done? What they actually provide is they provide with the sensors. So the sensors will be placed in the particular area. So where we need to get the particular movement, in which place we need to get the particular movement, the sensors will be placed there. And with the help of the muscle activation, the movements are going to take place. So will every patient do this actually? Because nobody wants to be like called as a patient, because everyone wanted to be as a normal, they wanted to be a normal person, right? So what they are willing is, here they are ready to like go for a gaming point of view, because everyone are having Android phones, everyone are having iOS. So all the technology advancement has reached its, it is reaching its maximum, and like even the kids are having right now phones. So the thing is, like, they are ready to go for an exposure. They are ready to go out and like check out what exactly new things are happening. So that is what even our patients also want. So they wanted to like go in depth. So this virtual reality will actually not talking in the point of a patient, but actually talking in the point of a normal layman. What he wants a therapy, but he wants that therapy to be like something to be encouraging him furthermore to do that movement, as well as he should attain his movement. So this is the concept what he wants. So that is being actually achieved in this virtual reality. The next one is the Y gaming. Yes, Y gaming it is actually for what is this Y gaming? This is the repeated something. If you wanted to know everything, this virtual reality, it is for balance, balance, coordination, everything we needed to achieve, and that is possible by virtual reality. Then what about the Y gaming? Y gaming, it is going to stimulate you by giving a repetitive movement. So once you get your repetitive movements is being done, what it will actually do? It will actually trigger you out for doing that particular movement, right? So that is what is happening in Y gaming. So it is actually a point of like a boxing type or bowling type of games is being given in that Y gaming. So that is the next thing. Next, as I said earlier, I should also discuss about few other apps also. One app is called as Physiotherapy. So how is that gonna work is, This app will provide you the exercises, like what and all exercises you have to do, right from your head to the toe region. So all the exercise are being like clearly mentioned. Your neck strengthening exercise, then at present, if suppose you have a cervical spondylosis, then what are the symptoms? First, they'll mention everything. Even they also give a red flag. So the red flags is like that if particular that a person is having any like if they are with that particular any condition, they are not supposed to do these exercises. So all these exercises are being clearly mentioned in all these apps. So what they do is you can just enroll yourself, go get clicks. You can select what particular problem you're having, because it's already been discussed. So you're going to select it. Then your physical therapist will say you can go to the education portal, check it with your exercises. Your exercises been it's been ready and it's been documented. It will be sent to you. So that is how this app and all works. Then the next one, the PT Pal Pro. So that is also an app. So what it is also in iPhone as well as in Android. So the thing is like it will equip all your activities. Now, right now, even our heart rate, pulse, the steps, like how many steps you're covering, like how many calories you have burned, everything also comes under the recent advancements, right? So you have a fit band. So likewise, this PT Pal Pro. So that is also, it will like regulate all your activities, like what exactly is being done. Also, if you wanted to like, is the recovery happening? So because that is also, how is it possible is it will regularly, you have to update it actually. You have to update what exactly that day, what moment is taking place, like what exactly is happening. So you have to update it. So once you update it, it will like mention in which level of recovery stage you are. So that these are the apps that has been recently used. Now, as a point, like as I said earlier, this is a point of a physical therapist. Now, as a like we are students also, we are learning right now, right? Even for the students, the advancements is happening. So how the recent advancements is happening? How to diagnose, like how to assess, what are the like treatment plans, what should happen, or if this is happening, this is the reason. So everything is also being given in a particular app, that is the Physiotutors app. So in that Physiotutors, what they actually teach is they teach everything regarding your knee movements, your shoulder movements. So if this happens, if there is a rotator cuff injury, so these are the things that is going to happen. So everything is being like clearly demonstrated, plus it is also being discussed, and for them what exercises should be done. So that is also being discussed in that particular app. So advancement, it just not just happen in our profession alone. It is happening right from the beginning, because we have sowed the seed. So it's starting right from there itself. So as a part of a student also, we are learning through this advancement. And the other thing is like as a professional also, our like workload is also being reduced in this actually because at this time we will not get most of the like patients or clients, like we have to go meet them, and nobody is actually ready for them. Very few participants are ready. They actually allow us, and they say like they need a physiotherapist. Is there a home visit possible for them? But all our participants are they only focus on a tele rehab. So that is the current new trend that is going in this physiotherapy field. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabina. It was really exciting to know about the recent apps like Medscape apps, the exercising apps, and even the Physiotutor apps that you have come across. And I'm very happy to know that you are using all these apps and in your tele-rehab and in the patient management. Thank you. I think every speaker who is connected here will accept the saying that a physiotherapist has the brain of a scientist, the heart of the humanist, and the hands of an artist, isn't it? So whatever the technology is being growing, it is in the hands of the physiotherapist to rightly use it in the right way and in the correct time. Yes, so we have to assist using the apps or the technology that has been available for us, and we have to rightly use our hands to manage it. More importantly, we therapists should never stop learning. We have to keep learning to keep us updated and know how we have to use all the recent technology apps, isn't it? I think all the alumni speakers will agree with this point. Yes. So now let's move on to the next session, that is the question and answer session. There are a few questions that have been drafted by our students to ask the alumni. So I take up that role to ask those questions. So the first questions goes to Anand sir. Sir?
Please.
Yes, sir. So what are the latest advancements in physiotherapy, sir?
So the latest advancement has Janani and Nabina mentioned is artificial intelligence and VR gaming technologies. And with regard to the influence in rehabilitation, yes, I would really agree that the tele-rehabilitation services effectively reduces the, of course, painkiller readmissions and additional follow-up. And besides that, there is an excellent feedback and there is a very good results with regard to this tele-rehabilitation. As one thing Janani mentioned, that the blood flow rehabilitation, the blood flow restriction rehabilitation, generally during the period of recovery from injury or surgery or fracture or whatever said and done, the patients are susceptible to rapid and significant loss of blood supply. And beside that, there is a loss in muscle strength and size. So a study, it has proven that combining this blood flow rehabilitation technique with low load exercise will give a significant result with regard to increase in size of a muscle as well strength. And so these technologies have a very good significant result in not only the rehabilitation as well as the quality of patient life. Yes, of course. Beside this muscle energy technique, there is one more craniosurgery, craniosacral therapy. And besides this soft tissue, there is a soft tissue manipulation. Like there is an advancement in that, like ASTYM, advanced form of soft tissue mobilization, that is performed with, as I mentioned earlier, with ergonomically designed instrument that also gives a very good results. And again, Jago, as I told mentioned earlier. So these are all connected directly to the patients, and it gives a very good feedback. So these are the few advancements with regard to.
Thank you, sir. What about exoskeleton for high energy, lower extremity trauma and robotics in post-traumatic care, sir?
So this exoskeleton, so generally there is a sufficient amount of energy required, say for patients for sick to stand or whatever it is. So this exoskeleton will give a power assistance which is fitted externally to the elderly patients, and this is especially for lower limb motor dysfunctions. For completed stroke patient, there is a terminology called completed stroke. So the certain period of and it also is used for cerebral palsy, paraplegia, etc., etc. And specifically for gait training, it is used. So there are, of course, various types. One is treadmill-based exoskeleton, which is specially designed for. Of course, we need to have a gait analysis, etc., etc. So these are all the lower limb rehabilitation exoskeleton robot. Of course, this technology with regard to it has failed to reach the expected targets, but they have laid down the foundation for follow-up and future research.
Yes, sir. So you feel that the technology advancement is definitely helping our therapists to do their job better?
Definitely, it gives a very good outcome. It gives a very good results in terms of recovery, as well as it motivates the patients, and it gives a speedy recovery also.
At the same time, it is also reducing our manual stress, isn't it, sir?
True, true.
Yes. So what about this biodex balance system, sir? Does that help in developing the postural stability or weight shifting exercises?
Yes, of course. This biodex balance system, it is used for postural correction and postural stability. So the advantages, it can identify your potential problem in just 2 minutes. As it has a software, inbuilt software, it gives you a complete cause, or what is the root cause, and it compares the balance test, of course, age dependent results with the normative data. And of course, there are various levels which is you can easily control with the platform, which is inbuilt in biodex balance system. And it gives you a training not only for proprioception, it will give you a stabilization, it will give you a range of motion, weight shifting exercise. So everything, it is inbuilt software, and you have a very large display in it. So it gives you audio visual feedback. You can control the balance, you can shift the balance. And this really motivates the patient, as I mentioned earlier.
Yes,
And
again,
there are
this is
various new games for the balance and coordination also, which
yes,
I think
definitely,
Nabina
sir.
mentioned in her speech.
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely. So I think these technologies are going to help us in rehabilitating the patient without boring them, because most of the patients complains only that we are giving them a regular exercise, repeated exercises. So it's boring for them. I think these technological advancement, it's helping us to get more in contact with the patient, and they feel actually relaxed from their stresses during
Definitely, you
their
can give them
ailments.
give them a task. You can sit, they can comfortably play with the software. It is easy, just like a game they can play, as well as it re-educate the muscle, balance, coordination, neuromuscular, postural stability.
Yes, sir. One last question from the point of the patient. Is it financially beneficial over the technological advancement? And can you just compare an technological advancement equipment to the existing equipment that we use in our regular practice?
Of course, there is a difference of opinion with regard to this question. As far as my point of view, it is financially beneficial, rather than for a condition you frequently visit a therapist or a rehabilitation professional. So it gives a complete outcome measure at one stretch. So my point is, you can always, it is financially cost effective and beneficial with regard to advancement in technology.
Okay, sir. But I think this is always a controversy statement among our therapist itself.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was very nice to hear from you, sir. Thank you for your participation. Thank you, sir.
It's my pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. I think now it's Dr. Janani ma'am's turn. Let's hear from you, ma'am. So during your introductory speech, you gave us an eye-opening about the blood flow restriction rehabilitation. Can you explain it more briefly regarding the rehabilitation using blood flow restriction, ma'am?
Yeah, this blood flow restriction rehabilitation is done. It's the use of cuffs or bands. So it is more used in the that is a limb or arm related conditions, like anterior cruciate ligament injury or a rotator cuff injury. So it's like a band. So it will show how much the restriction and outflow of a venous blood. So this is very useful. Mostly it is very useful in the upper and lower limbs.
Thank you, ma'am. What are the key principles of the wearable resistance, ma'am?
See, the key principle is what? See, nowadays in first generation, people are in a fitness industry or people who want to strengthen a patient. So we apply on putting a weight, that is a wrist weights or a leg weight. Now in this wearable resistance, it's a very little loads of a weight let's just say 550 gram for 10% of body weight. So where you put the load, in the principle behind this is where you put the load is more important than how much load when it comes to the movement. Regarding to the movement, the load should be changed, and the position where the load has to be inserted in the like or knee band or a calf band, etc.
I have a personal question, ma'am. Is this wearable resistance given only during the therapy session, or they can wear it along their activities also?
No, ma'am, they can wear it along like runners, athletes. So they can wear in that condition, that's wherein in sports where also we can wear, and in the fitness industry, it's more we've seen like a sports person in fitness industry helps this wearable resistance to get how much the resistance and the weights what they have to be needed for their running or maybe a jumping or a jumping jacks in this exercise regimen.
Okay, so using this wearable resistance, they do not need to go for a separate session for therapy.
Yeah.
They can use it along with their activities, isn't it?
Along with their exercise activities in a fitness studio everywhere, wherever he wants, he can wear that.
Thank you, ma'am. And how about the water? Is it water resistant and sweat free, ma'am? Sweat free resistant? These wearable resistance?
Yeah, it is a water resistant and sweat free, ma'am. So there is many so many materials so where with the sweat cannot be system in that what is that what can I say that a band or in a knee band where we wear for a knee post knee surgery. So it's like a band. So it is sweat resistance.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Actually, it was nice. Actually, those were my personal questions. I just wanted to clarify those things. And there is a question from the student. What is the use of pivotal traction therapy, ma'am?
See, this pivotal traction therapy is most useful in ergonomic pattern of that where see nowadays in post-COVID, people who works in IT mostly sit in home that they don't have a perfect ergonomic pattern like a chair. So now in this, in my clinical practice, I see after post-COVID, more IT people are getting ergonomic like say like a cervical spondylosis or lumbar spondylosis. It increases the back pain. So this pivot traction therapy is like it helps to make your ergonomics good and free from your pain.
I think these musculoskeletal problems during this pandemic
and
situation.
It also helps for strengthening and self-mobilization purposes.
Yes, I think these musculoskeletal problems in the post-corona is definitely due to the work from home concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. How about the use of virtual reality in sports field, ma'am?
In sports, virtual reality creates an interactive, ma'am, it's immersive and computer-generated world, so which allows experience that something isn't physically there. So people can have a what is that? See, if they want to play in a ground or a play, but initially he can't able to play in the ground. But in this virtual reality, he get an experience that something isn't physically there. So this with this virtual reality, we club the exercises and makes much more fun. And even some people enjoy making a person more likely to stick their treatment regimen.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It was really nice to hear from you regarding the advancement in the sports field, ma'am. It was really eye-opener for all of us. I think all the participants was connected here. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let's move on to Jason, sir. Yes, sir. So, can you just brief about the equipment in use in movement therapy for patients combined to bed for mobilization in your ICU management?
As part of the conventional part, previously we used to have just if a patient is an ICU for longer stay, probably the muscle weakness will develop. For most of the patients, if you come across in post-operative any other ICU, we have a lot of supports. They will be sedated. They won't be much conscious of aware about the muscular activity or joint movement. So that you have to see two things. First of all, the therapist who is going to attend the patient. probably I came across many of them. Patient will be around 150 to 200 pounds, and the therapist will be only 60 to 70. If uh, if we see, for example, in the scenario, if a patient that if those therapists is handling these type of patient, surely the next day the therapist will be taking off leave because of muscle cramp. Probably, yeah, ICU patient is not much easier to do some activity, or mobilization will be a much difficult task. Uh, Many of the therapists complains of muscle cramps, especially the back pain or any other conditions because of these sort of issues. So the advancement of our physiotherapy has played a vital role for helping out in type of a conventional in alternate way of using of any other movement therapy equipment, which can be support a patient with not only in a passive way, but also in an active, and also in active resistance we can give in the mode of strengthening. So these type of equipment will constantly helping out to maintain the physiological function, which has to be maintained the circulations of blood inside the person who is on bed. Probably, if you see for a longer days of stay, complete weakness of all the muscle will develop. If patient make you stand, you can't able to make stand that much easier. You need to support to 3 to 4, 5 people have to be holding up the patient. If you have even that, it is a big task. So development of those activity can able to visualize right now in robotic, as I said about exoskeleton. And also there is a equipment called Maximus, in which we can lift up a patient more nearly 150 kg. We can transfer the patient from bed to chair and chair to stand. So these and all advancement is very much helpful for therapist, not only in the patient aspect but also in the therapist health wise is also very much helpful for moving out of a patient from the bed who is on stay on bed and also in ICUs.
Thank you, sir. As you rightly stated, I know the importance of those assisted devices as a neurotherapist, mobilizing that to being a female mobilizing and patient is not such a easy job actually. And mobilization is actually the first step towards patient restoration. Yes, definitely it is very important to keep all their physiological functions the right way, starting from the blood flow to activating their RAS, that is their reticular system, to keep them alert. Everything mobilization is a vital role. So I think these equipments will reduce the burden of the therapist in mobilizing the patient. Yes, sir. Can you brief about the chest physiotherapy techniques that are being used as a biofeedback training in the ICU, sir?
As a part of biofeedback, the patient is once it comes out away from ventilator, still we have to work on the patient to improve the function of a lung, because they will be having other supports, for example, oxygen or high flow nasal cannula, which will deliver some more amount of oxygen, which patient will be disabled, unable to make it up to the room air. In those situations, we used to say about spirometry coach to should we have a biofeedback mechanism. Patient can able to see the development, how far they can able to do. Even in the absence, when we are not there, also they can able to perform those type of exercises. They can visualize how much they are doing. So in those aspects, this is very much useful for them to improve the lung volumes and capacities. And they can be able to easily get out from that primary complications and to maintain the just normal lung clearance. This devices is very much useful. Not only the inspiratory and also the expiratory devices are right now available right now. So that is those equipments in the sort of point of view they can able to handle them on this side. So that develops to maximal effort of chances of getting out of the ICU. So that in that point it is very okay.
Thank you, sir. How about the PEP devices and the compressive devices that are being used in the ICU?
Probably In previous days, the equipment they used to move for chest physio is tribal exercises. Most of them doesn't know more than that. But there are a lot of devices, chest wall compression devices, which will same effect of how far you're going to give percussions and clapping. It is like kind of a vest that can be used to the patient to mobilize the secretion. Another one of the devices is a PEEP devices. That devices is to improve the patient expiratory capacity that will be improves on the lung volumes. It will give some resistance sort of issue thing for for a patient who are developing an expirational sort. That will be very helpful for taking out the secretion or moving the secretion from the periphery to the center. So from there, the patient can able to cough and take it up the secretion. So another device is an cough assist device. Patient is undergone any type of neurological conditions or any other type of issue. The patient cannot able to have a functional cough. The production of their cough will be very weak. So cough assist devices, mechanical insufflation, exhalation happening, constant high pressure with followed by sudden negative pressure and positive pressure, that will help for the patient to take up at the cough. Uh, because most of the time in ICU, the major challenge of doctors and even the physiotherapists, the major role is take it out from the secretion. That is the only thing which is very much harmful. Will develop a secondary complication. Patient cannot have a normal mechanism. They come across that thing, you can able to come out of through the ICU. So for those type of condition, the PEEP devices and this type of equipments are really very helpful.
Definitely, sir. I can understand the use of these equipments. As you rightly stated, ventilation is the very important key function of an human being. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for the individual to survive. I can understand that these devices help in assisting the respiratory muscles and also in training with resistance, isn't it, sir?
Yes. For example, if you're going to do a muscular exercising to improving the muscle power, you want to give a strengthening part means you want to go for what else you do? You wake up for resistance bands or these types of available are there for condition to improve the muscle function. What about the respiration? A normal breathing cannot able to perform the normal improve the respiration pattern. You have the other muscles or even the accessory muscles involved and the major diaphragm involvement is here. These and all comes under the voluntary control. So these high performing devices will be very much helpful for the patient to come across those sort of condition. So for that point, so not only it does also have a resistance which will helpful to make it more benefited to the patient for the further development. For those conditions, the resistance exercises are very important. So you can come across Spyro with only the Spyro, but more than that, you have an acapella, aerobica, and then flutter devices. This will be very much helpful not only in a biofeedback mechanism but also in that sort of resistance which they gives to patient to come across those conditions.
Thank you, sir. It was really very nice to hear from you regarding the advancements in the ICU technologies that we use. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. I think we can move on to Dr. Nabina. Yes, Nabina. I think you are the right person to answer to this as you are into tele-rehab. What is co-IHAB? Nabina, am I audible? Nabina, you can speak now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Do you want me to repeat the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is co-IHAB? I think it is an tele-rehab.
Yes, it is a eye therapy. So eye therapy, it is actually the app-based therapy. So here it, as I said, mentioned earlier, like all the apps will actually help you in assessing as well as preparing an exercise chart, and along with the like a proper home-based program, how you should go with a home-based program. So that will actually this eye therapy will help you. So it will also provide you the list of the physical therapist also. So near, like if it is possible with the nearby location, so it will also help you out with the list of physical therapists who are available, and accordingly you can go with that.
Okay, so what is tele rehab and its importance in healthcare? How important do you feel? Because you are into it, I think you can answer this.
Yes. So what I as earlier as I mentioned, what I thought as a physical therapist was physical therapy means hands-on technique. Only that was my concept as a physical therapist. But right now when entering in here, what is tele rehab? Because it's not just about giving them the exercise. It is actually like we are having a protocol like how we should get connected with them, because not every participants are the same, or not every persons are same, so that if we ask them go with the exercise, do it, your pain is gonna, not like that. But we are doing a assessment which we do in a regular basis in our clinics, like how we'll ask our patients, like we have this all these exercises you have to perform after your post surgery, like post operative care, you have to go all these exercises. So like that, the same we do it there. It's everything a two-way interaction. So even the participants, like they say very frankly, no, this is what is happening for me, this is what I need. So that is the platform where we can also like demonstrate them with the exercises virtually, that we are showing them this is how you have to perform your exercises. In cases like if they have any doubts, even video conferencing has also been done, so that the thing is like live sessions are going on. Nowadays, like what is the new trend is everyone do yoga, and everything is in a live platform. They perform there, we do it at home. The difference is only the distance is only a thing between the monitor and us. Only that is the thing happening, but other than that everything is the same. And we can also like there is a point they mention us, this is what is happening, so you have to stop at that point. So the participant is very clear, yes, so this is happening for me, what is the reason. They are very their questions are very immediate, so they ask it immediately. They go with, like if one session is not providing them a proper solution, they go with the next step. So it has been the best advancement what I think is happening.
Yes, Nabina, not to controverse with your statement, I would just like to know, is really tele-rehab very useful in assessing the patient? Because I think palpation is the major skill of a therapist in assessing a patient. So in that regard, is it really helpful? Or do you have any other techniques for that does the work of palpation that we do similarly?
Like exactly for the palpation, I can mention like few apps that will also assess the movements. Like palpation point of view, we have even sensors. So wireless sensors are there, so that if you get connected with your app, that is the phone which you are using, and the app to be connected, if you do with that, it will assess the range of motion, and it is going to provide you this is the range of motion, and after that you have a pain point. So that is the thing, you have to stop it right here. So it is going to mention that. Even as a physical therapist, I should say hands-on is the best. But right now, the current scenario, what we go through is tele-rehabilitation is having its point. So it is it's making a milestone, it's having a mark in it. So we should actually accept with that.
Yes, definitely, Nabina. Otherwise, I think in this pandemic situation, many of the patients around us will even forget who we are. This tele rehab is making
Exactly.
us connected with them, even this pandemic. Thank you, Nabina.
Literally.
So,
Literally.
what are the
Thank
recent
you.
equipments that you use in your home visit?
Okay. Previously, as we know, we have a separate IFT, we have a separate TENS, we have an ultrasound, everything is separate. But now the thing is like everything in a combo. We have everything together. Right now, recently, with 125 programs, there is a mini LCD system with a combo which has both the IFT, it has a muscle stimulator, it has a TENS, so it works, everything is there. So what we can do is, the point is here, as a home, when we go for a home visit, we do the palpation, we find out what exactly the point is, or what exactly the pain point of the patient is, and then we can go with the modality what we wanted, because programs are all being set. It's we who are going to set the programs, and for one it's around 125 programs are there. So what condition we can just choose it, go with that. So that is the right now recent this that is happening, because everything together. We also wanted that only, because wherever we go, we can't carry a IFT separately, a TENS separately, a ultrasound machine separately, and go treat the patients. It's actually difficult as a physical therapist for us, as well as the thing is like it is helping us out. Everything together in a nutshell, it's helping us.
Yes, thank you, Navina. Thank you for that. I think here we come to an end with this conclave. It was really a pleasure for me to interact with all our great alumni on this day. I think all the invited alumni will agree with me that whatever the technology advancement is happening, it is important for the learners to be strong with the foundations, that is anatomy, exercise therapy, biomechanics, or the electrotherapy, whatever it is. Though the electrotherapy equipments are advancing, we have to know about the conventional therapies and its working mechanism to have a good practice, isn't it? I think everyone will agree with me in this statement. Yes. Once again, I would like to thank our Chancellor, sir, our President, sir, our Secretary, sir, our Principal, sirs, and my colleagues for giving me this opportunity to act as a moderator on this day. And it was really helpful for me to learn many new advancements after interacting with these alumni. Thank you all.
It was a great session with more and more of knowledge and information regarding technological advancement in physiotherapy. Thank you, Dharni ma'am. You have taken over the session very soothing and interactive. More than 2 hours went just like that. It was very interesting and interactive. It is always a pleasure to listen our alumni sharing their career development. Our alumni are of highest caliber and repute. We always recognize our alumni who have distinguished themselves through their work and have done the institute proud. Our alumni have proved to be great asset to all the organizations they have joined. Now it's time to vote of thanks. Gratitude is the holiday of peace, the celebration of work, and the act of simple life. We owe to express our gratitude to all who are part of this event. Now, may I request Dr. K. Kripa, Assistant Professor, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? Yes, a very good afternoon to all the dignitaries, faculty members, my dear students, and everyone who are present here in this auspicious occasion. It's my privilege to have been asked to prepare a vote of thanks on this occasion. It gives me immense pleasure to thank our founder, Chancellor, Sri A.C. Shanmugam sir. Though he is not here with us due to his busy schedule, his blessings are always there for us. Thank you, sir. My heartfelt thanks to our President, Engineer, Sri A.C.S. Arun Kumar sir, Honorable Secretary, Sri A. Ravi Kumar sir, who has been encouraging, guiding, and providing a stimulating environment for the educational department. It is their vision and leadership that has been brought revolutionary changes, and our thanks and respect to you, sir. We hope you all had a very nice session, and I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi Madam, for her constant support, guidance, and encouragement. On behalf of Faculty of Physiotherapy, a big heartfelt thanks to Dr. S. Anand Subrayalu, MPT Han, 1998 to 2004, Clinical Manager, Insight Solutions Private Limited. and Dr. S. Janani, BPT, FIMT, BSc Psychology, and MSc Yoga 2003 to 2008, Proprietor, Janani's Health Zone. Dr. C.J. Jason, MPT Cardio 2004 to 2010 batch, Senior Physiotherapist, MGM Hospital. And Dr. N. Nabina, MPT Neuro, MSc Psychology 2013 to 2018 batch, Associate Exercise Expert, Freedom from Diabetes, Pune, for the efforts towards the title Technological Advancement in Physiotherapy. I would like to extend my gratitude to our principal, Dr. C.V. Senthilnathan Sir, Faculty of Physiotherapy, for the perfect logistic support and guidance at this event on MGR Alumni Conclave 2021 in attempting the World Book of Records. I also extend my thanks to our Joint Registrar, Dr. S. Veena, and Vice Principal, Dr. V. Radhalakshmi, for the enormous cooperation in this event. Well, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheel starts rolling 2 weeks ago, and it requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunately enough to be backed up by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues, Faculty of Physiotherapy, Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute. I thank everyone for their involvement and their willingness to take the completion of these tasks beyond their comfort zone. Thank you. And I also thank Professor Dr. L. Ramesh, Joint Registrar, Events and Publications, and Mrs. T. Kiruba Devi, Deputy Dean, Alumni Association, and Alumni Coordinator, Assistant Professor Dr. G. Vaishnavi. I also thank our organization team, and once again, I thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we are towards the end of today's session. End is not the end. In fact, end means effort never dies, said Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Tottanai Thurum Manatkeni, Mandarku, Kattanai Thurum Arivu. The more you learn, the streams of wisdom flow. Stay tuned to upcoming events to gain more knowledge. Thank you. Prasanna, sir.
சொல்லுங்க ma'am.
Sir, shall we start the recording and live streaming, sir?
இல்ல ma'am.
Sir, the event has got over. Shall we stop the recording and live streaming, sir?
Okay ma'am.